Welcome to day number 30, no, not 36, 35. Yeah, what do you want here? Back off, this is my frickin' place. Oh, there you are. Okay, so, yeah, well, we basically made it past the curve, and the curve is the point where the road goes and, makes its curve and goes the other direction, making it effectively really easy to go further distances because of just the way the map works, obviously. What are you actually looking at here, man? Go eat your grass or whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that goes for you too. Alright, so basically, here's the map. And we stopped right at this road. Going off to this airstrip right over there. Now, yeah, pretty much now that we're going this way, I'm going to have a goal of at least being able to get 10 to 15 miles of progress every single day, which would land us for today's episode being particularly right down here in this area. Now, I really hate it when it just so happens that we go uphill at a rather quick and swift manner, mainly because, well, this little frickin' pesk over here just decides to start literally dying frivolously and non-stop. And in order to fix his problem, I have to keep feeding him copious amounts of animal meat that I have to kill everything for. And that's a really big annoyance because, well, I don't feel like having to murder everything around me just to stop this guy from being murdered by the ground. Okay? But looks like I'm going to have to figure out a way to do that. Otherwise, or find a way to, to get around it and not have to deal with that issue for however way it requires it to be like that. So yeah, for the time being, we're just going to get going here. We should be coming across a river or a stream. And, well, would you look at that? Aren't I just so good at predicting? I'm basically from the future. And normally it would take a long time, like even such small distances like this that you see on this map right here, where it's just like right there, all the way to, yeah, right there. It would be like just way out, and it would just take a long time of traveling to even get there. And now it's just like you see it on the map, and it's just like right there. That's how it works now. That's crazy. And I realize now it's actually been a couple of solid days since I've done a episode with a story in there, so might as well just do another one of those things because, well, for the very large audience that does indeed watch this series and see me do extremely messed up stunts like that all the time, I guess it's worth just like discussing my my previous past and all the things that's happened to me. Now, in this particular installment, I wanted to cover all of the more weird things that have happened to me, my adventures that I've used to try to discover secret things like conspiracy things. I've done some traveling throughout my time of trying to find things that have been like somewhat mysterious because well, hello, what are you doing there? Can you please kindly excuse yourself? All right, and I'm not like the type of individual to just simply want to watch like an Ancient Aliens type episode and be like, yeah, that's cool, and then just move on with my day. I'm like, nah, I gotta go see this for myself. So I've written down throughout a whole lot of time a list of things that's like, yeah, I gotta go to these particular locations and I gotta see this for myself. All the weird things that are surrounded with conspiracies and strange events taking place, maybe top secret places of interest, whether it be from as far as Area 51 all the way to the Bermuda Triangle. Isn't that right? And mainly what's inspired me to have an interest in all those weird, creepy, mysterious conspiracy things is just the fact that I've been living in my own literal real-life conspiracy world because I happen to live in a frickin' place that actually indeed has a whole bunch of creepy crap going on in it too. So I've had to learn the hard way that indeed the stuff that takes place shouldn't be just dismissed by just instantly as being rubbish or something, because I've experienced firsthand a whole lot of other strange things in normal every single day existence that you would think would be featured in some episodes of Ancient Aliens or myths.com or creepypasta.company or whatever they got. Conspiracies.gov, government.com, whatever the frick. So I know for a fact that that lots of this stuff is indeed real. So what I do is I write it down, whichever particular ones that are like the ones that are even worth trying to seek out or trying to discover, and I go out and I try to find them and see them for my own self. And one of the perfect times of which this actually happened, which gave me an opportunity to do this and also make a damn good viral video off of it at the same time, was when the entire meme of storming Area 51 took place, and all of the individuals were trying to come up with this master plan to satirically rush into Area 51 and try to find whatever aliens happen to be in there. So it was my opportunity to go out there and document the whole thing and turn it into a whole documentary for one of my main YouTube channels, other than this one, that actually has subscribers to it, whether you believe it or not. And in doing so, I had my own personal experience with the type of thing that can happen to you when you decide to go out all, brave wilderness on your own and try to experience stuff like that in real life. One of the things that took place was that I went to at the exact day that it was supposed to take place on, which was sometime in September of 2018 or 2000. Well, I don't even remember. It was 2019 or something like that. I went to the place. It was exactly supposed to happen at around like in the middle of the night, in like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up because what happened was I drove my car all the way down there and I filmed all the things I needed to film, and I had all the footage done, the cinematics recorded and all set up, and everything else needed to be documented. And it was a process that was actually, considering that it was for making a entire 40-minute long video, which was the documentary itself, it's surprisingly very short and very smooth process, which didn't take that much time. It took like 5 days in total to make the thing from scratch, on my own, might I add. So I didn't have anyone else helping me, and I was then all on my own at this place at Area 51. It was on the exact date, and there was like, out of the 1 million people that were supposed to have signed up to be going there and hijacking the base, if that's even the right word, there was only the far in between tourist van, which would be driving down the desert road that was going all the way through those parts, and those little vans, or they were actually pretty big vans. No, this thing's gonna die, bro. Oh my god. Look at that thing's tail. That thing is about done with life, ain't you? No, don't do that. I don't love you. Stop. You're just being cringy now. Just keep following me. That's all you have to do. Oh my goodness, man, you know. Well, as I was saying, yeah, so basically it was just like every now and then, like the random tourist bus with like this little, like, it's just, without being able to describe it, it's just this average, like, way you would imagine any, like, tourist car to be. It's this stupid little minivan with, like, a frickin' whole bunch of stuff strapped to the top of it. And then there's these occasional RVs, recreational vehicles, which are these big things, which are these big, like, mobile homes that were traveling down the road every now and then. And I just had my silly little stupid Mustang that I drove all the way out there to film the entire process taking place. Okay, you know what? Seriously, you need to stop. You're seriously getting on my nerves. I'm actually getting really fucking mad at this thing. Sorry. But yeah. And it was all of a sudden really late because I just forgot what I didn't really know what to do. I didn't really know what to do anymore at that point because I had filmed everything, and I just parked the car on the side of this long road which goes out to the actual base. And it was like this turnout area where it's like this dirt opening on the side of the road. You just park there, and I had that car sitting there for like 6 to 10 hours or something like that without even counting the time. And I sat there for the entire time expecting to be able to actually sleep like a normal sleep cycle, when in fact nature would not be so kind on me as to allow that to happen, as it was about 45 degrees outside the entire time, all the way till 3 in the morning, which was the exact time of which was listed on the Facebook social media post which made the meme go viral to begin with, storming Area 51 on that September date at 3 o'clock in the morning, because the long-haired meme lord that made the thing decided that, oh, maybe it'd be edgy to make it at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not like anyone's going to actually do it, right? So I had to sleep all the way till 3 o'clock in the morning. Sleep, obviously, used in completely non-serious terms, because I wasn't sleeping whatsoever. I was more like just laying there in my vehicle, just basically having my life flash before my eyes while shivering and basically borderline hypothermic, because the only way you could have the AC on is if you turn the frickin' car on, and then you waste the gas the whole frickin' time, all night long, when there's no gas station for 50 straight miles. And that's not gonna work. I think you could probably imagine why. So I couldn't do that, so I had to just stay in the car and basically pretend and trick my own mind into thinking that I was sleeping in order to actually sleep, which I didn't. Until eventually, after like different segments of like 5 minutes at a time of sleeping and then being woken up by non-stop shivering, the alarm went off. So it said it was 3 o'clock in the morning. So I took this Mustang and then I went all the way. Just realized I don't even have any music on right now. And then I drove all the way down this long road, all the way to the front gate of Area 51. And by the time I got there, I specifically checked the time. And I checked it to make sure that I was in the right place. And it was a tiny bit after the time was supposed to take place, which was at 3 o'clock. I got there at like 3:44 in the morning. Just for clarification, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. This is not 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Obviously, I'm not sleeping in the afternoon. So when I got there, I pulled up to the base itself, to the front gate of it. Not like the, whatever, you know, the gate that like you saw. You probably, if you're aware of this whole incident that took place, that you saw all these people crowded around that entrance with that little, whatever that word is for the thing on the road that goes up and down and lets people in. That's the exact place that I was in. And I pulled up there, and there was absolutely no one there. And afterwards, seeing all of the footage and the live streams and all of the news coverage of where the people were at the event, when I got after it all took place, and I looked it up, all the footage and stuff like that, I thought that I was living in a Mandela effect somehow, to some extent, because there was so many people there in these news stories, in these news coverages, and all of these videos were showing all of these people at this freaking gate, at this entrance of this base. And there's just, like, man, there's just a crap freaking ton of people that were there in all of these videos, and it said that this was happening at the same time. It was taking place at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's no way all those people just left within the 30 minutes that in between the time that I got there, because when I got there with my car, there was just no one there. There was not even any barriers or cop cars there, or anyone even lingering around the area. It was just dead silent, and there was just not a soul around. And I parked the car in the, and this is all featured in the documentary that I actually made, which I guess I can show a brief preview of it, if I even, maybe I can find it real quick, because I don't feel like waiting till the end of this video, because I feel like I'll just forget at that point. So I was at that place, and I'll just show you the video so you can understand what I'm talking about. And yeah, technically this is I was about to say this is a face reveal, but then I realized my face is literally already on your screen, and I'm just actually pretty retarded, so sorry about that. But yeah, technically this is a more clear face reveal than just a few more people who had shown. Anyways, so this is the part where I woke up in this car. Just, you know, silence myself for a second. And this is all footage taken in the exact moment, not rehearsed or anything like that. I have a water bottle that's just stuck up there. You're wondering why I have a water bottle up there. It's to keep this shirt from staying up there, because I didn't want to wake up by the odd chance of me actually ending up being able to sleep. I didn't want to have to be woken up by the stupid sun being blasted into my eyeballs. So, even though I knew that was never going to happen, because like I said, it was 40 degrees, and ain't no one's going to be able to sleep in 40-degree weather when you have no insulation. So, yeah, so here's what it looked like. So I'm driving down this road, and this is the place. This is the precise place where the thing was supposed to happen. And there's that gate where everyone was supposed to be at, and they were at, according to all the other footages that I saw. And there it is. You see it right there. So I park on the side of the road right here. There's my weird face again. I'm basically talking about right here, like, you know, this is... I actually forgot what I was saying here.
What's going on out here?
Okay, so I was basically saying I was going to start investigating. I opened the door. I started looking around. I ended up actually driving the car further back down and, like, turning it around and facing the other direction, because I was starting to get nervous, because I didn't feel like I was supposed to be there. I thought maybe I had gone too far or something like that, so if I had to make a quick getaway, I could do that real quick. Luckily, and you'll see coming up, that actually, ironically, just so happened to come in handy, so we'll just see what happened here. So I was kind of like looking around.
No guards, no nothing. Hello? I feel like I could just walk right in. No one would even care.
This is taken at 3:30 in the morning, September 20th. Yeah, that's what the day was. September 20th, the exact day. So you're asking, oh, you couldn't have been a day off? You couldn't have just been a little bit big dumb, you know, 10 IQ, and just accidentally came the second day or the day before? No. No. This was the day. This was September 20th, 2019. So, this is 3:30 in the morning.
Dude, where is everyone? Like, legit, I'm actually kind of freaked out a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go and check out the area around here.
God dang, bro. It's freezing out, man. What happened to the event? It was supposed to take place at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so, Now this is where it gets dodgy because right as I'm walking around, you can't see it that well in the video, but this big white truck comes out of nowhere and starts zipping it, literally ripping it down the road at like 50 miles an hour on the other side of the thing. They're hurtling towards the gate like they're gonna bust through that shit, bro. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? Yeah, I'm running out of there. Like, what? Like, the footage doesn't do it justice. How stupidly scary it was. Because you just see these two lights. You have no idea. You heard the sound of the engine going. And then these lights are going like straight at you. Like it was kind of like this direction. So it's like, here's the truck. It's going like this speed right at you like that. And it's like, holy moly, what the heck?
I was just out for like 20 seconds, and then there's headlights coming down the road right past the gate.
Okay, and guess what? Right after this, it gets even better. They follow me. They follow me all the way down this dirt road. And then I find this little other dirt road that goes off the dirt road into this other dirt thing. And they follow me down there. Except they don't really. They stop. But they creepily, in the most stupid, creepy way, they just like look at me. And it's like, what?
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, so there's no way that whoever's out there isn't out there just for me. Okay, guys, I don't want to alarm anyone, but it looks like...
So this is... So I was going super fast down this dirt road, and I found this kind of like off dirt road or whatever. Look, I'm not doing good with words today, okay? You could probably tell at this point, my brain is really scrambled today. I'm doing my best. But basically, it's like this off-road. It's like this dirt road that goes off the side of the dirt road. You know what I'm saying? And I go up there and I make a U-turn. And I'm just like, turn off all the headlights and stuff. And the headlights going down the road, they slow down and then they pull up right at the place facing me. And they turn off their headlights too. They turn off their headlights, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna die. These people are gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. Like, seriously, what's stopping them from killing me right now? They're gonna just straight up one-hit snipe me, man. They're gonna no-scope me from there. Straight through my freaking windshield. I mean, who's gonna stop them? They are the government. Like, well, what are you gonna arrest the government? Like, I mean, I was like, dude, I'm gonna literally lose my life right now. Like, what the hell?
Like we're being followed by those people.
I was recording this trying to sound as not nervous as possible, but you know, wasn't doing that well at it.
Freaking kidding me, bro. I might actually get arrested. Oh my god. This is so stupid. They're legit following me. Those are the same headlights.
Yeah, so and they just left, and I stayed in that little place. But they stayed. They sat there for like 2 minutes before they left. Yeah, so this is the documentary. And yeah, that's basically what that was all about. Stop, weirdo. So, you know, that was that. I said I was like, oh man, I was scared of getting arrested and stuff like that. I was scared of dying. I thought they were just gonna shoot me, because you know how these government people, they don't mess around with that kind of stuff. They'll just go right up in there and they'll just have their, you know, freaking, I don't even know, man, extended mag, you know, just whatever, like. And they'll just be right up into your face and they'll be like, you know what? I'll pop your ass if you don't get out of here. You seen those other videos of those people that end up having that happen to them? It's a type of situation that you don't fully appreciate or ever consider that would ever be something that you would worry about until it actually happens, and then you're like, well, crap, this is real life. This is happening. This could be the end of my life. Like, this is not a movie. Like, this is happening in real life. There's no saying what's gonna happen, like, and I'm just recording it, and these people, whatever, man. So I was, to say the least, a tiny bit bamboozled when I found out after I got back. I checked all the footage of all the other people taking their footage of the event taking place. That it was like a whole party there. Like, it was like a whole freaking ass ton of people. It was like a freaking cringy Minecon thing. And I'm just like, man, I slipped into the Twilight Zone or something. Because even people in the comment section was like, excuse me, but I think you didn't show up at the right time because, I was there, okay, and it did not look like that, alright? Like these armchair warriors. It's like, well, look, man, I don't care what you know. Like, all I know is what happened to me. Like, I showed up at the exact time, 30 minutes off, and there's no way all those people left in 30 minutes. Like, there was just no one there. I don't think so, man. I don't know what. Maybe the whole thing was staged, and the real event took place actually, like, way before, or even after. I don't know what happened, but I was, to say the least, even up to this very day, I was still endlessly confused on that whole situation. But yeah, I was chased out of Area 51. That's how that went down. That was just one of my adventures that I went on to explore things. I just used it as an opportunity to make a good video, and just to also kind of satisfy my own always interested and curious mind, which is always trying to find things like, oh my god, this thing's gonna die, bro! Shoot. I have no more food for you, you know that, right? What do you want me to do? And look what you did! Now this whole world is freaking messed up. Oh my god, dude. You know, this dog is gonna die. Like, I'm just letting you know now. If you are already emotionally attached to this dog, I got some bad news for you, man. Cause this thing's gonna die. Like, seriously. I'm out of food here. I don't know what you want me to do. This thing is so slow. We're 3.3 miles in. Now, another interesting... I guess I could turn this music down. Another interesting... story that is similar to the likes of which of that is, I was going up north to the areas around British Columbia and Washington, D.C., or not Washington, D.C., Washington, and the whole area right near Seattle all the way up through, dude, I swear, man, I have some kind of medical condition right now. I just can't talk. Jesus Christ. You know, what's the city up there? Frickin' Vancouver, you know? And that's basically what I was doing. I was going up north for, video production reasons. I was actually helping out someone else produce a video who lives around those parts. And he's a native. This guy and his girlfriend is a native to this area. And he's like a really big time native. Like, he's not old. He's like 29 years old. But he's got like a grandparent or something who's like 99 years old. And it's like they've been living in that area for like the past 70 years. Basically back when they're just cowboys and Indians running around all over the place. It was, you know, they were basically like Gone with the Wind was actually happening in real life. That's how long ago that was. That's how long this particular gentleman was living in this area. And I was there, and he was just like, well, you know, there's like a whole lot of weird things around this area, right? And I'm just like, no. I do not. I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, well, yeah, man, you don't know about this place? This place is weird. I'll tell you, my grandpap, or whatever he calls him, his grandpap, because he is a little bit British, just a tiny bit British. He's like, I guess he said he's 20% British. Now, he said his grandpap, yeah, he worked on like the reservation out here, and there's like all kinds of things that everyone, it's like an inside club or something. Everyone knows about it, but if you try to talk to them about it, they'll be denying it. They'll be like very not interested in trying to talk to you about it. Now, I don't remember the exact area that this took place in. I mean, just know that it's around the general proximity of Washington. Like Washington, like Seattle or something like that. Now it's like east. It's like deep in there. And he's like, yeah, man, there's lots of Native American myths about this area. But there's one thing in particular that he said that got me to end up going to a particular location, because I wanted to film it. I was filming kind of like a homemade thing, like a series where I just like documenting all these locations that are supposed to be mysterious and like doing my own like conductive research on it. I guess that whole Area 51 thing documentary was one of those episodes, even though it wasn't, because it was the whole thing that was on my channel, one of my channels. So it was actually a bigger thing than that. But this was, I mean, I felt that I was like, oh great, another opportunity to get one of these mysterious places discovered or visited, and then I can have some video coverage. Now he said like, yeah, there's this area out there that got real famous sometime, like a long time ago, like 20, 30 years ago. And he said a whole lot of neighbors, whole lot of people that were living around that area were getting really annoyed because of the amount of traffic and influence that the whole area was getting because of this certain thing. And he's like, yeah, man, there's this like place, is like this myth he was talking about. I think it was something to do with like this like well or something like that. Like he said, oh yeah, it's like it's some clever name to it, which he said the name, and then whatever it was, we were joking about it for like 2 minutes. We were like, I was like, oh yeah, that's a good one. And I don't remember what the name was, and it's like, what the heck? It was like some weird name, but it wasn't weird at the same time. It was like it could be weird. It could be heard as being weird. It was like Mel's Well or something like that. Like, yeah, head on down to Mel's Well down there. This is like this property out somewhere around there. And he was like, yeah, my dad was working around those areas, and he knows all about the stuff that's been going down there. He's dealt with a whole lot of like police activity going on for his whole. He worked with like this reservation of Native Americans that are down there. He's like, yeah, man, we had to make a deal with the county to get some of our land privileges taken out of that area for whatever reason. They were like spreading this military thing down there, and he was like, it has something to do with this Mel's Well or whatever. And I'm just like, all right. So I look it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, there it is, Mel's Well, so whatever it was called. And it's like this not documentary. It was like this thing, this like talk show or something like that. And it's like, yeah, give that a listen when you have time. And it's like, it sounds stupid, it sounds fake when you listen to it, but he starts talking to me. He's like, but you know what, man, like, it's not fake. Like, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. But he gives me the location of where it is. It's like, yeah, so my dad used to work down there, and he knows the exact place where wherever this well is. It's like supposed to be this like deep, endless hole dug into the ground. Like, this thing doesn't have a bottom or something like that. And he's like, yeah, man, it's this property right here. It's exact address, and it's like up this like mountainy hill or this mountainy road. He's like, yeah, so go ahead and go up there and see for yourself, get some footage if you want. But he did say, like, man, if I were you, like, he didn't say anything, like, he himself had never been there. He basically just told me, like, you know, if I were you, I wouldn't, like, actually try to go in or anything like that, because, you know, it's private property. You know, it's probably owned by someone or some thing, like some organization or whatever, like this freaking Mel's Well organization. I was like, all right. And he's like, yeah, so back in the 1990s, there was like this guy who used to live there, and he went on this talk show, and he talked about this well that was like an infinite amount of feet deep, that it was just conspicuously on his property. And after that, it kind of got a little bit famous, and he supposedly had to deal with the government and stuff like that, infiltrating his property and kicking him out, and yeah, so that's the only reason why I even found out about it, was because apparently it was an actual real story, based off of not my friend's personal experience, but my friend's dad experience. And the only reason why my friend's dad knew anything about it was because my friend's dad's dad was like some crazy, like, you know, Gandalf wise elder of the area, and he knew everything about it. So he's like, he's the one who like hooked him up with the job on the reservation to begin with. Actually, I think I'm right here. So I take my car and I go driving out to the place where he marked it off. And there's a whole lot of like off roads, like side roads that branch off from the highway. The highway kind of looks like this in Minecraft. It's like this narrow, it's one of those highways, it's like it's marked as a highway on the map, but it's not like a highway, it's not a freeway. It goes up into this like mountain range or whatever, and the address that was on Google Maps just went straight into a little bit past this point where the road was no longer paved. It was like dirt. And I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm not sure if, you know, Mustangs are allowed to be driving on dirt, but okay, like this isn't Dirt Rally 5 or something like that. But I went on there anyways, and the exact property brought me, or the exact address brought me to this place where the road kind of went off the side, but there was no gate or anything. There was evidence of there being a gate there, like there was two poles sticking out of the ground, and it was like there was like a piece of some metal rod or something right next to it, as if the gate was like supposed to be there, but it wasn't. And I didn't know if this was actually if this was a public road or not. It was really narrow, and it was really shaded by the trees. So I was a little bit nervous. There was nowhere to park on the side of the road, so doing the smartest thing I could have ever done, I just drove my car into the frickin' place. And I drove a little bit up there, and I started realizing this is a bad idea, man, because this is a frickin' like 45-degree angle at the same time of turning at like 90 degrees going up these curves. It's like, man, this road can't be built for anything other than a plain dirt bike or something like that. Like, seriously, how on earth could anything get through here? Maybe if you have like an off-roading Jeep, that's the only way I can imagine it being possible. Because other than that, I couldn't understand. But I managed to get through, and the road eventually straightens out, or as straight as you can call straight. Like, it's still curving, but like you could, if you were to look down, you'd be able to see all the way down. It enters like this clearing area, and then right there's this gate. There's this gate with, like, I remember specifically there was this cat vehicle, like the cat construction vehicle or whatever, parked right next to the gate. There was no one in it. It was like whatever those things are called, like the things that scoop up dirt. And it was this cat vehicle right next to the gate. I parked the car. There's this really flimsy gate, it only had this little chain on it, and then there was a sign saying private property, no trespassing. Now, I got out of the car and I took some footage, some videos of it. I wish I could actually show some of the footage now, but the problem is I never uploaded it to any channel, and I also don't have it on this computer. It's still on my phone, so that's the problem. But it was just, you couldn't see anything. It was just woods and a clearing, and this construction vehicle on the side. And I was like, well, this is boring. Well, I mean, there's nothing here. What the heck is this? Some Mel's Hell or Mel's Well or Mel's Hole. That's what it was. It was Mel's Hole. That's what it was funny. It was like Mel's Hole. Oh, whatever. So yeah, so it was. There's nothing there. I was like, man, this is a flop. I can't film anything. So I just got back in my car and I drove all the way down. I could have sworn I had to have gotten some scratches on my car. Every single twist and curve, you're going over these rocks and branches, and sometimes you're even scraping the side of the thing with your with my side skirts, I guess you can call them. And I got out of the car right at the end of the hill. Oh shoot. God, can you stop? Do you really have to do that? Oh, there you are. And just to take a look at it. And there's no damage on it at all, so I was like, alright, that's cool. The real problem, the real excitement started happening right when I got back on the highway. I was driving back to the city, nearby city, going back to my motel, and this time I actually was on the freeway because the highway that leads up to the area where the property where the supposed endless hole is located on is off the side of this road, that leads to a bigger highway, like an interstate. So I was going down the interstate. At this point, it was beyond sunset. It was actually like twilight. It was like dark enough where you couldn't see anything without headlights. And then these flashing lights go behind me. I get pulled over, and this cop comes out, and I was like, all right, well, that sucks. And now I got a ticket too. I didn't get any good footage, and now I'm getting a freaking ticket. Would you look at that? I love my life. But instantly things started to get realization started to peek upon me when the traffic stop was starting to take place. When the guy walked up to my car, first noticeable details was he didn't ask me for my license and registration. Oh my god, hold on a second. Stupid hot. He did not ask me for my license and registration at all. He was just like, excuse me, sir, did you happen to be in the area of whatever the frickin' location was called earlier today? And I just said, yeah, yes. Yes, I mean, yeah. And he's just like, okay, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the vehicle. I just want to search around the vehicle real quick. And now this is the part where I started getting really sketched out. Because listen, I know someone, if there would be anyone watching this video, would be saying like, hey, you can't let him do that, you have rights. But listen, I don't know, I'm not some lawyer or some crap. I'm not about to start testing this guy. He's got like a gun on him and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't like messing around with the government and crap. It's just like, nah, man. You know, I'm not about to be up in that crap. I'm not going to be part of this militia. So I follow his directions. Oh my god. I'm pressing all these wrong buttons here. Sorry about that. I follow his directions and I get out of the vehicle. It's not a big deal. It's not like I'm in a hurry. I mean, I had nothing to hide. And then he says, okay, stand right there in front of my car. While he goes inside my vehicle. Inside my Mustang. And he checks inside my Mustang for like 15 straight minutes. God dang, I gotta find more crap for you, don't I? He checks inside my Mustang for like 15 straight minutes. And then he just comes back to me and he says, "Alright, sir, looks like everything is clear. I'm gonna have to let you know that you were in some kind of like private property or something just a while back, and you were caught on security camera footage. And unfortunately, there's nothing I'm gonna do for you. There's nothing I'm gonna do to you today. Like I'm gonna give you a little pass, but you can't be going around that area ever again." He basically told me. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. No one was there, and they somehow tracked my crap. Get over here. Oh my god. 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 Okay, you know what? You just stay put. Don't frickin' try to teleport to me. And he's just like, "Yeah, man, I'm letting you off the hook this time. Don't ever come back here." And this guy was just like so like serious sounding, like he like as if he was he looked with like those, the type of stare you'd like look at a frickin' criminal, like, you know, like a frickin' like during a interrogation, like he knew I murdered someone or something. Like he knew he knew I knew that I had done something wrong, like I violated a serious crime or something. Like I knew what I was doing. I knew I was trying to get to that specific place. That's the way he was looking at me and talking to me, with like this attitude like that. It was like super, like, you know, strange like that. So that's basically all that happened with that experience. All I can really take from it is that just don't try to go and become like, you know, some survival frickin' expert out there and try to explore things for yourself like that without being prepared or rightfully well researched about it. Where did this frickin' thing go? Oh my god. What the heck? Where did my pet dog go? Oh, there you are. Because, I mean, if you do try to go out there and find something that's supposed to be secret or scary and you don't know what you're doing, you don't know... Oh my god! Can you feel my pain here? Can you feel my pain? Man. So yeah, there was no other experiences other than that, pretty much, for the entire time. So yeah, the whole thing was just basically about this supposedly endless cave or something, or this hole or some crap that was built into the ground. And apparently it's such a big deal, like it's some secret thing or something, or I don't know. I mean, obviously it was probably just me invading someone's property without permission, and I can't do that, so don't ever do that. Also, that's just not a good thing. It's just kind of weird how, like, they were able to track my car. Because it was like hours after I had gone there. Literal hours. So It's just like, man, how did they track me that quick? I mean, if the guy was right when he said, like, yeah, there's... Apparently I was spotted on some security camera, which there was absolutely no security camera around here. There was no security camera around. There was nothing around. It looked like it was abandoned. No one was even in that little construction vehicle. And there was no buildings that I could even see around that area. And yeah, the whole thing just didn't make any sense, really, pretty much. But I'm sure if this, even though I don't know anything about this particular myth or whatever it was, I'm sure it's popular enough that, well, that they probably have received enough. They probably have had some people go there, other than me, looking for whatever it is. So it's like understandable they might be a little bit frustrated about it. So I understand that aspect. I just don't understand how how they went about doing that. Like, they tracked my car and they told me to get out so they can search. I mean, obviously now you know that, now I know you can't do that unless you have some kind of a warrant or something, or some kind of valid documentation, right? What the heck? What are you doing? Okay. But I mean, I was frightened. I was startled. I was only like 17 years old, obviously, so I didn't know, like, I don't know how the law works. The guy just asked me to step out of the freaking car. He might as well just said, like, man, step out of the car or I'll shoot your ass. Like, what are you gonna do, man? I don't know what he was searching for. It's like, usually if a police officer is going to search your vehicle, they're gonna search your vehicle. Like, you're gonna get a ticket or something. Like, you're not just gonna get off scot free. So I don't know what that whole thing was all about. I don't know how they did that. I have no idea why. I don't know what they were looking for. I don't know how they tracked me. I don't know what is so special about some weird hole in there that's deep or endless, apparently. I don't know anything about that. But apparently, it's serious business out there. You don't want to be messing with it. It's like Area 51. Literally, it's like Area 51 out there. Like, so many different Area 51s. And so many different unsolved things that exist just right in our backyard, preferably speaking. And that's why I kind of wanted to set out to, over time... Oh my god. Like, over time, just travel to all of them and experience them for myself. But now, after like these experiences I've had, I've come to the realization that it's like, I don't know if that's the best idea anymore, man. Like, let's be real. I'm not BuzzFeed Unsolved. I'm not the History Channel. I'm not Bear Grylls. I don't know anything about this crap. I could just be sniped out of nowhere. Man, they could just, you know... So yeah, that's my experience, my multiple experiences with different places. Area 51, Mel's Hole. Mel's Hole? Who named it that? Like, what the heck? Well, I guess it was named after the person who first discovered it. Or not discovered it, but like I figured it out. Like, I don't know, whatever. It's all weird and creepy, okay? It's just weird. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. None of it makes any sense. my god. Man, you sure got horrible reflexes, you know? Is that the same sequence every single time? It's and then and then and then deeper. There it is again. Just shut up, you predictable. Okay, so, I guess we're all the way over here now. Almost 15 miles, which is like probably the farthest we've gone in a single episode so far. So yeah, now we're all the way down here. 324 miles. No. 469 meters up. Now, that's basically about it. Once we get down to this river, I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's probably just going to be one of those super long places where the water is just a tsunami over this road or something, and I'm going to have to swim through it for like half of the entire episode or something. Because bridges obviously don't spawn in this game. So, there's probably going to be a whole ocean of water I'm going to have to travel through, like frickin' whatever the guy's name, Moses or something. I'm gonna have to part this water body right now with the powers that I have. Yeah, this is where we are. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's really getting that far deep into it yet. We're not really that far at all. But at the same time, we kind of are, so yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's the end of this episode, and goodbye.